Hey, welcome back to the eDrum Workshop. I'm Luke and I hope you're having a great day. If you're new to the Roland TD-50X module or you're generally not quite sure how to install any custom presets to it, then you've come to the right place. Today I'll be walking you through the installation process for any kits that you might have bought or are thinking about buying from my store at the eDrumWorkshop.com or from any other company that makes custom kits and provides the individual .td0 files for them. This tutorial is exclusively for the one kit load method of installing individual kit files, as that's the only method that I provide for my kits. And I do provide installation instructions with the kits that I sell as a README PDF. However, if it helps you to see it in action rather than reading instructions, then this guide will show you all of the steps necessary to get up and running. To complete the installation, you'll need a computer with an SD card slot or an SD card reader and an SD card. There are notes in the TD-50X manual for the size or specification that you might need. Depending on when you watch this, you might also need to make sure that you're running the latest software version on your TD-50X module. At the time of recording, there haven't been any updates, but if there are in the future, then it's always best to keep your module up to date. TD0 files that are made on newer software versions tend not to work on the older versions. You also need to make sure that your SD card has the correct file structure on it. The easiest way to do this is just to format your SD card on the Roland module and it will do it for you. There are instructions for this in your TD-50X manual. I personally recommend having an SD card specifically for your module. There's a link in the description to the one that I use and I just leave it in the module until I need it. So we'll start over at the computer. After you've downloaded a kit from my store and you've extracted the zip file, you'll be left with folders that contain the .td0 files for whichever kit that you've purchased. I've just done it straight to the desktop here for ease, and in this case, I'm using the EDW Originals Premium pack from my store as the example. Because this is an update of an older TD50 pack, there are two folders contained in this download, one named TD50 and the other TD50X. You'll need to use the contents of the TD50X folder since this guide is for the TD50X module, and any packs that I create in the future that are just for the TD50X won't have this option. So inside this folder there are 6 .td0 files that are named from kit 136.td0 up to kit 141.td0. I started the file names from the 100s because I felt that that was the best way to avoid file name conflicts with other vendors that also create kits. You can rename these .td0 files if you want to, so that you don't need to scroll all the way up to kit 100 plus on the module. However, if you do, you need to stick to this naming convention that you can see here. You can only change the numbers in the file name, not the kit hyphen part or the .td0 extension if that's visible. Sometimes the .td0 extension will be hidden on your computer. If you don't stick to this format, the module will not read them. So insert the SD card into your computer or the card reader. Mine usually comes up saying that there's a problem with it, but you don't need to bother fixing it, it's fine. And then navigate through the folders on the SD card into Roland TD-50X kits, and you will need to copy those .td0 files over into this kit folder. This kit folder on your SD card might be empty, or you might have other kits that you've saved yourself or bought in there. In my case here, it's got 5 .tdz files from the Roland Cloud, and also 8 .td0 files for the kits from my powerful and punchy pack. You don't need to worry about clashes between the kit numbers of the TDZ and TD0 files because of those different extensions, and as you can see, you shouldn't get any file name clashes from my own kits either, as these EDW Originals Premium kits are named higher than the powerful and punchy kits. Either drag and drop the files over or copy and paste them, whichever you prefer. Let it copy the files and you're done. Safely remove the SD card from your computer with whichever method your PC or Mac uses, and you're ready to head over to the module and load the kits. First off, my module is an older TD50 module that I've upgraded to the TD50X, but the upgrade makes the modules identical internally, so the steps are exactly the same whether you've done the upgrade or whether you've bought one new. So insert the SD card into your TD50X's card slot while it's off and then turn it on. Once it's booted up, press the SD card button up at the top. Press the down arrow or page down, and then press the right arrow to highlight one kit load and hit enter. Make sure that you don't accidentally hit one kit save. So you're on the one kit load screen, and by default it will be starting on kit number 1 on your SD card. In my case it's got nothing in that slot because I haven't got a kit 001.td0 file on my SD card. If you're loading kits from my store, just check up in the top right corner to make sure that the TDZ icon isn't highlighted. This setting only needs to be on for kits that are from the Roland cloud. If this setting is on, the module is looking for the TDZ files, so it won't see any of my kits or kits from other sellers. So make sure it's turned off, and as you can see, it just swaps between the two. Again, if you're loading kits from my store, you'll need to scroll up to at least 102, as that's the kit number that the powerful and punchy kits start from. However, for these EDW Originals Premium kits, they start at kit number 136. Once I've updated my other kit packs to the TD-50X, they'll fill in the numbers in between, and any future kits will start later than this. So scroll up to that desired kit. You can hold the enter button while scrolling to scroll faster if you want to, and here I'm loading the kit YamRecCust A from SD card slot 136, and you'll know that the module is reading the kits correctly because you'll see the name of the kits on this line. If you don't see the name of the kit, you just see a number, either your kits might be in the wrong folder or your module might not be reading your SD card correctly. Also, make sure that this with user samples box is checked up at the top if the kit that you're loading has samples. At the time of recording, every kit that I sell for the TD-50X has samples in it, and you can tell that from this icon here. The box should be checked by default for any kits that contain user samples, but it's best to make sure, and if it's not checked you can just go up and use the dial to check it. Then go down and select the kit slot that you want to load the kit to. You can place it in any kit slot out of the 100 available. I'd recommend going to one of the user kits which start from kit 71 on the current software version, but if you do want to you can go higher, or you could even override a stock kit that you don't use. I'm going to load it to kit 71. So you just hit the bottom function button F5, which is labelled here as load, and it will ask you if you're sure, so go across to OK and hit enter to confirm and it will load the kit. Depending on how many samples the kit has, it might take a little while. Then you'll see this completed message and it's done. The user samples for the kit are automatically loaded onto the module and assigned to the correct kits, and with the correct play type options. Then you just need to repeat these steps if you've got more kits to load. In this case, there's 5 more to go. If you're interested in this particular kit collection, it's available on my store to purchase at the eDrumworkshop.com. There should be a card up on the screen that can take you to the full demo video, and there are links in the description to my other TD-50X packs. I'm currently rolling out TD-50X versions of all of my older TD-50 kits, so if you've seen any of those that you do like, they'll be coming over soon, and there's a video on the channel explaining how I'm going about this process. So thank you very much for watching, enjoy your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!